Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining our live session on Maestro with Microsoft integration today. This is just going to be a few minutes here in our live session. If you are joining right now, you can leave comments and we can answer questions right here and now, or feel free to reach out to us anytime after. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about some of the Microsoft integration with Maestro. If you would like to follow along, you certainly can. There is a Maestro free trial available at menandmice.com. It is a risk-free, non-disruptive installation, so meaning you don't have to change where your endpoint devices point to, right, to install Maestro and have it work for you immediately. And in fact, you can install it in just a few minutes. We have this very modular onboarding playlist available on our YouTube channel to get you started in probably less than a half hour. With that, let's just jump into the Maestro demo. Like I said, it's just going to be a few minutes here. Normally, I would take you through the entire demo, but of course, you can find the entire demo on our YouTube channel as well. Today, we're just going to be talking about one specific Microsoft integration here. Normally, people just kind of other solutions stop at the Active Directory users and groups integration, but of course, we like to take things a bit further and just make things generally easier for our users. So you'll notice I'm here in the IPAM tab. IPAM contains both IP ranges and, of course, the DHCP information that you might be looking for. And then over here, you'll notice there is an AD sites button, Active Directory sites, of course. And here is where you can both add and manage your Active Directory sites. So instead of having to reinvent the wheel and create new groups and all of that, we just go ahead and get that information directly from Active Directory. If you would like to add a new forest, for example, you can click on the Add Forest button and then either enter your global catalog server name, your domain controller that's allowed to serve out information to third-party solutions like Maestro, or you can use the same global catalog server as the Maestro central server. So the brains of the Maestro operation, to make it easier. If you just want to check that and check that for credentials, username and password, you can do that too. The thing that I really like is this third option here, set as read only. So there are a lot of use cases here where you might want to pull in information and get visibility to information, but not allow anyone to either purposefully or accidentally manipulate and change that information. So, the thing that comes to mind, mergers and acquisitions, for example, if you're trying to pull in another forest from another company, another site from another company that you've recently merged with or acquired. You want to be able to plan for the future. You want to be able to see what the best ways are to kind of pull those networks together, but you don't want to make any accidental changes. So you can go ahead and mark that as read only. So great use case there. We do already have some forest information, some sites. We've done it by geography here, as you can see. I'm going to pick one of the more interesting ones, which is France. When I click on France, the Active Directory site, I get some property information, some good, just kind of at a glance information, and then of course all of the networks that are contained in France, in the France site. Where I could click on the meatball menu or the ellipsis if you prefer, and either dive into those networks or just reveal the properties and see what all of the both built-in and custom properties are here. Um, let's dive into where we can see that a little bit more, which is I'll click the meatball menu next to France itself and go to view networks and get an easier view of what these networks look like rather than in that right-hand panel. So here you see up at the top, I have my filter, and it automatically populated it with this regex expression to show me only the networks in France. I can see various information, right? All of this is identification information or utilization information, right? And these things are all either built into Maestro, like utilization, or sometimes it's a do-it-yourself custom property, which you can add by yourself, right? So anything that you want to use to identify a network or identify pretty much any object within Maestro, you can do that. Now, the cool thing about this is that these both custom properties, both the ones that you've entered yourself as well as the built-in, are all indexed. So anytime information is populated within those custom or built-in properties, we're able to search on that information. Not only search, we can create AP calls based on those filters, right? And do some bulk things with automation. Taking that even a step further, right? I can do things like click on the folder icon. I'm still under France here, right? I can create a smart folder, which is basically just a saved filter, and it will automatically populate that information in my filter, right? I can give it a name. Of course, it's pretty easy to already find that France site and get that information. So I don't know if I need another smart folder for that, but what I could do is then add some information, right? And so maybe I want to see all of the networks in my France subnet that have under 10% utilization, and I can create that saved filter now. A folder with France already exists, so it's not going to let me, but I can create that saved filter right here, and add util under 10, and then that should show me France under, let's just do under 10. And we'll save that. And now you see I have a nested smart folder as opposed to the way I was doing it before. I've called it the correct thing. And now I'm only seeing um, networks in the France site, Active Directory site, with under 10% utilization. Now, that may not be the most amazing example of what you can do, but obviously the use cases are endless, right? We can get pretty narrow in the way that we organize our DDI objects. In the way that we organize this, we can get very granular when it comes to role-based access control. And of course, if you joined us a couple weeks, you saw how we did Active Directory with role-based access control, Active Directory users and groups, I should say, with role-based access control. And of course, next time we'll show you how you can do it with DNS, how we do Active Directory integration with DNS. That's all we have for today, folks. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next one.